after losing a very competitive first set, FEU bouncing back, coming off with even more firepower in the second set.
Definitely with more flair in the second set. FEU really wanted that set, that even if kanina we mentioned they had 7 service errors, still because of their firepower and a lot of adrenaline, as you can see. FEU tying up one set apiece here with the UST on a final series that they are in the lead by 1 game.
Let's take a look at some of the key statistics here, and wow.
You know, FEU just limited. Kanina you mentioned that the blocking again was there for FEU, something that they managed to recover from on the first set. 16 attack points for FEU, limiting UST to only 6 attack points in that second set. 4 block points for them, only 1 for UST. Still, a number of errors, 10 for UST, for FEU, 5 for UST. 7 of the 10 was from the serve. So, but again, it did not matter as the Tamaraws got that second set.
And we are about to begin set number 3. Jason Ramos must lead his teammates to a victory here and force a set number 4 with UST on top 2-1. Because they cannot afford to enter that 4th set in a do-or-die situation.
And if you were FEU, I think so far at least the momentum is still on your side. So you don't want to give that away.
Kerr Ukang sets it up. Maverick Gabriel unable to get to it. And that's a point courtesy of Alfavara.
You know, UST should go back to those off-the-block points that they mastered in the first set. That's why they were able to win it and have 20 attack points. Ang layo ng disparity. 20 attack points on the first set, 6 on the second set.
Nicely dug up there by Petros Del Campo. Avila could not
get that across. When you see them play, it's becoming a mind game for these two teams. Pero sa women's volleyball, ganun na rin eh, di ba? We're seeing the last game.
Jason Ramos unable to keep that ball playable. But the level of play clearly in both the men's and the women's division in the UAAP has really picked up every single year.
Definitely.
And more teams continuing to get better.
And I would say this year it really picked up.
Oh yeah.
And, of course, you like seeing a new team in the finals at Satineo.
Talking about the women's tournament, but expect some changes in the men's volleyball tournament as well. NU is getting stronger.
Yes. A lot of awards received by the NU players.
Yeah, congratulations to their best attacker, si Peter Danmar Torres, and their best blocker, Ruben Inaudito. NU finishing with a 7-7 win-loss record. Congratulations also to the other Final Four teams. Adamson University back to the Final Four after a 3-year absence. And hats off to De La Salle University. Lost a lot of key players.
True.
And forcing FEU to a knockout game in the Final Four.
Well, even the coach Sammy Akailar was just too surprised that they got into the Final Four because he was expecting it next year. So because of that very young lineup, but a lot of improvement on these young boys.
But still in the finals this season, at least this season, the two winningest teams at it again for the third straight time this year in the finals.
Jason Ramos on that last point. He will really have to step it up.
Oh yeah. Labrador trying to bounce it off the hands of the UST blockers. That one goes out.
Depante has not gotten this rhythm. He has had a lot of those kinds of hits. Malayo, no spin, not enough spin, no flicking of the wrist.
De La Calzada once again to serve for FEU. Ukang has to chase that one.
And the violation call against FEU, and they knew it as an overreaching violation.
Jason Ramos. JR Labrador denied there. Petrus.
Oh, and Labrador easily taking that. Ito yung sinasabi kanina ni Coach George Pascua na gusto niya na patumba. Yan ang patumba na tinatawag. Tingnan mo, naka-angle yung body niya sideways. And yet, look at that powerful hit.
Such an offensive force.
And
JR Labrador.
Only played volleyball in college. Ay, what a natural. FEU takes another point, trying to pull away.
Labrador about to serve this one from way out. Ukang. Labrador receives that one. De Ocampo. Bandiran just sending it over. A joust at the top. UST was able to get to it first.
Petrus is doing so many things up in the air. Pati yung teammates niya naguluhan ng konti. But he is just so athletic. Petrus de Ocampo.
Perhaps if you're going to nitpick on the game of Petrus de Ocampo, sometimes he tends to
overdo it a little bit.
Yeah, trying to be a little bit fancy.
Parang yung sa basketball, yung parang pinapam-pam-pam daming beses bago i-shoot. Pwede naman i-shoot lang. But, you know, it's all part of the game. And it just makes you, it makes you feel that volleyball, you can do a lot of things in volleyball. It's not a simple sport. May kasamang parang enjoyment, diba? When you watch him play. That's why a lot of people like watching him play. And look at this last point. Quick hit as UST takes it.
And he likes that one.
Yes.
Arbasto likes that one because it was Labrador who fell down trying to receive that. Beliran blasting through that double block. FEU on top by one. Keep it right here on Studio 23.
Aham! Mike Talomia, Russell Escoto in attendance, and I think along with the FEU basketball squad, sarap naman ng support na yan. And of course, you have Mark Molina on your screens. Yan naman ang maganda, no? School spirit.
It's
And
nice
of
to
course,
see.
Juniors MVP, Jerry Pingoy.
Oh yeah, Jerry Pingoy. And he still has one more playing year in high school.
Grabe naman. One more year.
Yes, one more. Scoring machine, Jerry Pingoy.
Yes. He is so good. Napakagaling din na bata. Huwag mo masyado patayan si 30 ko, ha?
Jerry Pingoy, just a rookie actually this year for FEU. Made it to the finals for FEU Fern. It's always nice to see the other varsity teams supporting their fellow varsity players from other sports.
That's right. And you know these players because sometimes magkakasama yan sa dorm, eh, diba? Magkakasama
Yeah.
sila. So, they're really close to each other even if iba-iba yung sport nila. So, ito, buong FEU basketball and team supporting the volleyball team. Kaya pala expired si Abela eh.
Waiting in anticipation of a potential celebration by FEU.
Siguro promise ng FEU volleyball, babawiin. Babawian. Joke lang!
But on the part of FEU, they waited for 4 long years for this.
Definitely.
They want to recapture the men's volleyball crown as well.
And you know, that's the hardest part eh, is yung sustaining the championship. Ang hirap, even yung core beat ng UST, napakahirap nang gawin yan. Because of course, the other teams are also rebuilding. As you can see, this last play, totally closing out was UST and pumped up. Fafara.
Well, speaking of championship streaks here in the men's volleyball tournament of the UAP, the longest championship streak is 12 and it's held by FEU.
Oh, yes.
The first 12 seasons, it was won by FEU. Pero apat lang sila during that time. FEU, a founding member of the UAP in 1938. NU, UP, and UST.
Yep.
So that's the longest championship streak, in case you're wondering.
Kaya dati talaga, pag volleyball, pag sinabi mong volleyball, UST FEU yan eh. That's why in both the women's and the men's team, I think they hold the winningest teams in the UAP.
FEU, 24 men's volleyball crowns. UST has 18 to their name.
In the women's division, FEU, 29!
Oh.
And UST having, I think, 14. Layo, medyo malayo-layo. Ito, sinusubukan habulin ni Coach Emil. Oh, that was way out already. Avalanche was trying to save it, but